Going on, guys? It's your boy PS239 River Boy, and I'm back at it again with another video. And we're gonna show the Robinhood account again, guys. So it looks like last week on Friday, FFIA had dropped its price a lot. So you can see because I had options, the value of the options dropped a lot. So it went all the way down to like $16. So like somebody I could have gotten in, I could have made $16 if I waited until Friday because someone was selling a put for $50. Like they wanted to sell their shares at $50 and their put they had paid $16 for it. And I had basically I had bought the put for $3. So that's why it said I was down so much because of that. But I had also added $30 on here to basically um, get a share of QDTE because it was down, and it was down a lot considerably, and I'm still up on my position because I bought it when it was down. So I'm up 10% already, and I bought it on the X date. This is why I added these funds on, because I bought it on the X date and I should get a dividend pretty soon. And you can see from the last time I held this stock, I got a dividend of 51 cents, and I believe I had 1.5 shares or something like that. The dividends on these stocks, on this stock specifically, is pretty big for what it is, and it pays you every single week, guys. So you should get your payment on Friday if you're on a normal brokerage. But since Robinhood has to process everything, you don't get your payment until Monday when the market opens. So I should get around 25 or 27 cents. I can't remember exactly how much it was when I looked it up, but it was like 25 or 27 cents this week that I was going to be getting just for owning this stock. And then I also bought some because I had was offered a special deal. They would give me $5 to sign up for Robinhood Gold, and then I could pay for. I have a 1 month free of Robinhood Gold. They gave me $5, and then I could it's $5 a month after the first month, but at, by that time I can make $5 with the options, because they give you the option to pay for your Robinhood Gold with your brokerage money. So that's probably what I'm going to do. And since it's coming from here, you can write it off as a tax write-off. That it's basically like a brokerage fee, and all fees are written off on your taxes. So for every $5 I spend on the Robinhood Gold will technically be like a little tax write-off. And so that also means that the $5 and the $3 that I made is going to be taxed. So roughly around 38%, because it's a short-term capital gain. So I would probably have to put away around $4 or $3.50 just for that, so I can have the next month of Robinhood Gold be a write-off on my taxes already. But once I start making more money, the write-offs I'm gonna have to use some actual cash for the write-offs. So I was actually the person actually executed those shares, because we actually dipped below. We was at 45 right before close, so he executed those shares, and then he probably bought back in on the stock, and then with the extra $2 he could have gotten like 20 more shares. So that's pretty much what I would do if I was him and I had sold the put. I would have I would have gained the $5 extra. So I would have $50, and then for every 100 shares that I have, and then I can buy the difference basically the money that I saved. And his break-even price was 47, so, and it went to 45, so he basically made $2 from buying that $3 put. So that is the whole reason why the puts are good, guys. And I just wanted to get in, and then as you can see in the aftermarket, we're already back above my break-even price, so I'm actually up 11 cents on top of the $3 that I've already put in, on top of the $3 that they already paid me, guys. So this is the reason why options are really good, and Robinhood lets you do options without as much collateral. If you're on a regular brokerage, they're going to ask for like $25,000. Robinhood, and I know SoFi, some of these smaller exchanges let you do options with as little as $50. So basically what I'm going to do now, since I own the shares, I'm going to do a call, guys. I want to give someone the option to buy my shares at a set price next Friday, and I don't believe it's going to go above this price, but it's going to be a free dollar that I'm going to make. And you can do the same thing. You can do the same thing for longer periods, because you'll make more money. So you could, like, say you wanted to get, look, it looks right here, like, if you are giving this guy the option to sell you 100 shares of FFAI by, well, I can't remember this date, but he's going to give you pretty much $11, and your break-even price would be 39 cents. But if FFAI is not 39 cents by March 6th, then you basically keep that $11, guys. So what I might do is, when I get paid, I might add some more money and do this option, because that's only 2 weeks away, and that'll be a good $11 I can make on that one. And you can make $5 this week on another put. If I didn't get my put executed, I could have jumped into this one and made another $5 right away on the open. But now that I have the shares, I'm going to actually sell a call, but I want to see if I could sell a $1 call or a 50-cent call for, like, because every single dollar that I ask for this call is how much money is into my break-even price. And I know this thing could jump up a lot, and that's why it would be safer for me to do a $1 call, because I'll make $50 from the stock, and then anything left over, it would be I would make whatever from my break-even price to this break-even price, and then anything left over, like say it goes to 120, that is what the person who buys the option is going to make. They're going to make the money from 101 to 120, and I'll make the money from 47 to 101. And that's basically capping my gains if the stock goes even further than it has now, which I'm not really trying to do too crazy calls and puts on this stock for right now. I do want to put a big call for next week though, so February 27th I'm gonna do a call, and we'll just make $1, guys. And this will also drop my break-even cost on my this will drop my break-even cost on my actual shares. So since I made another $1 from these stocks, it's basically, my break-even cost is $46 now. And then say by the end of this week, FFAI is not over $1, I basically keep my 100 shares and keep that $1, and then I can do rinse and repeat and do it again, guys. But like, say for instance it is over $1 and I do have to give away my shares, I'll just do another put and get my shares back. if you guys understand what I'm saying, because I'll make money while I'm trying to get the money to come back to me. And then if I really want to, I can I can do a 50-cent put to get my shares at that point, which it'll be a little bit different. One, I'd have to explain the green side of puts. That's if I want to save the money, like say we do get up to like 80 cent and then it doesn't tank it doesn't go all the way to $1, but then after, like say in between February 27th and March 6th, it is over $1. I could buy a put on the green side and then pay someone else to buy my shares, and then say we go back to 50 cent, and then I make money that way. So that's a good way to make money. And the other play I bought some Cornerstone, and I am a little bit down on this position, which I'm not too worried about because it has a very high dividend yield, guys. Its dividend yield is like 19 or 18%. It's not really showing right here right now, but it's a very high dividend yield, and NAV return 17%. And the reason why I like this stock, guys, you see how it says the negative $6.15 NAV. The actual NAV, which is the actual cost of this stock, is $6.15, and that does not get updated until the end of the month. So yeah, we're buying the stock at a premium, but when we get our dividend, we get our dividend at the price of the NAV. So if I'm getting some dividends, it's going to be valued at the NAV. So it's going to be a lower break-even cost than what is on the market. And this is why it's a good stock, because usually the NAV is like a good 10, 15, 20% under, because once the NAV, like say when the NAV updates and everyone reinvests their stocks, the stock goes up a good 5, 10, 15% again. And it usually does that over and over and over for weeks at a time. And then it once, like, I know we're in a bad part in the market, but it usually goes up, it booms. The stock has been around for years, usually booms. And I remember when it was $100 at one point, and I didn't have enough to buy puts at that time, and I did lose a lot of money. But I know through the years, my dividends have basically carried me and has brought my break-even costs back up, and it has eventually gotten me in the green on this fund. But now that I know that how I have to play it is when we're at very high evaluations, like say last year, I think I had sold my stocks for $9 on my brokerage account, on my IRA, and I bought them all back for $7 or something. Yeah, it was like $7. And this was just recently in 2025 around my birthday. So yeah, I bought them all for like $7 around my birthday, and then now, yeah, they're back at $7. But through this whole entire year, I've been collecting that dividend, and this one, it gives, I think, roughly around $1.50 a year. So basically, that's around 19-20%. So I'm getting 20% gains a year. So through this whole time, I gained a good amount of money, and then I went up 20%, and then yeah, we're on a downtrend. So that just also means I just can't sell my position. I was too late to sell. I thought we were going to still boom because I've been in it for quite a bit, and I know it can make some numbers, and it just depends on what's going on in the market. And a lot of stuff in the market's pretty scary, so a lot of people don't want to invest. But I'm going to build up my weekly payer, my monthly payer, and then my puts for right now. But alright guys, I'm going to hit you guys up in the next one. I want you guys to like, comment, and subscribe, And yeah, let's do this together.